Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel here. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you a suffocating coverage defense you guys can run in Madden 21. Today we're going to be talking about the play cover 2 sink out of Big Dime 146. Now I know what you guys are saying in your head probably. Yo, Big Dime 146 was Madden 20. That was the big formation in Madden 20. I understand that, but you could also run some really good coverage sets in Madden 21 and consider out of this formation. And considering that Madden 21, basically the meta is like playing zone coverage and playing man right now. I'm basically going to be going over two setups that are going to really help you improve and possibly give you a new defense to run out of. Now guys, before we do get in the video, if you want to follow me on Twitter, my link is going to be down below. Also, you're going to have my Discord. You're going to join that. If you want to join that server, the link is down below, as well as to sign up for Discord. If you guys want to check out my two most recent videos, they are going to be in the top right of the screen right now, as well as right next to the subscribe button, there's going to be a join icon. You can click it, join for $5 a month. You're going to get special perks, including full written out Madden guides, shout outs to my videos, and all that sort of stuff. And then guys, if you want to check out my online store, the link's going to be down below, as well as my website is there. They're kind of embedded into one, but someone actually bought my ebook last night. Someone actually bought my nickel 335 defense. I really appreciate you. I believe your name is Crystal. Thank you so much for really kind of supporting me. You're amazing, man. You're amazing. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's move into the pre-play adjustments for this coverage defense. All right, guys. So here we go. This is going to be the defense. We're going to start off with the pre-play adjustments. Now we're going to go to coaching adjustments. Really, the only ones you need to do. I like to go and put my zone drops, flats on 5 yards, curl flats on 20 yards. This basically dictates how far those certain zones are going to drop back, and the curl flats are going to be good. 20 yards is going to cover most crossing routes and corner routes, while 5 yards is going to it's not going to be too deep to where it's not going to cover like drags and slants and whatnot, but it's also not going to be too shallow where it's going to be like kind of suffocating. It's not really going to drop back as far, so it's a good balance right there. Now in terms of the option defense, I like to have that on conservative. This is going to be kind of optional adjustments if you guys want to make them. Option defense, put that on conservative. I like to have this because if someone runs the option against me with like Lamar Jackson, for example, it just makes it easier to stop in my opinion. But under defense, I like to put it on play ball. This is basically going to make sure that the AI is going to play the ball better as opposed to the AI if it was just on balance, so just keep that in mind. Then auto alignment, I like to put it on base. Not only does it save me a step in my formations, but it also makes sure that the defense looks basically the exact same with some slight differences in any defense, which is going to be really hard for your opponent to read. Now, in terms of the setup right here, we're going to run dime 146. Now, for the personnel subs, I like to go and I like to put two safeties at linebacker. In this position, this is going to be my user. I put the best safety on the team, which is Marcus May. He's a New York Jet. Possibly might be getting traded, by the way. Very interesting. But Marcus May, I like to put him in this spot. This could be my user. Then this player is going to be just another player. And then if you want, you can also sub in cornerbacks at safety. So I only had to sub in one cornerback. So I just put Corey Ballantyne here. He should do the trick. And then make sure, too, your defensive linemen are the best players on the team, best edge rushers. So I have Quinnen Williams, John Franklin Myers, and also Jordan Jenkins. That will do for the defensive line. But basically right here, the place could be cover 2 sink. It is the A play selection on the second page of plays. But guys, without further ado now, let's go ahead. Let's move into the first setup for this defense. Okay guys, so here we go. We're running against a gun bunch offense. I'm currently using the Packers on offense, their playbook. And all I did here is I ran gun bunch deep corner, and I went and put the running back on an option route. So basically it's like a corner post combination. But for the setup for this defense, what you're going to do, your first adjustment is you're going to pinch your entire defense, which is going to be RB and down the left stick. Your linebackers are going to pinch, your defensive line's going to pinch, and then your defensive backs are going to press. That's what it's going to be. You see now that everybody's kind of really on the line of scrimmage. Next thing we're going to do now is we're going to shade over the top, which is going to be Y and up on the right stick. Basically what this is going to do is this is going to allow you that it's going to basically help you not get beat on the press too easily by streaks. Like for example, let's say Devontae Adams runs a streak against that left side corner. He's not going to get beat as easily as if he weren't shaded over the top, so keep that in mind. Next thing we're going to do now is we're going to put one of the linebackers, preferably the other linebacker you're not using, we're going to throw him into a middle third zone, which is going to be double tapping the right D-pad for individual linebacker adjustments. Press the X button and then flick the left stick up. Now Now basically this is going to protect against any posts that come over the top in between the two safeties. It's going to be covered by that linebacker, and plus if you put a safety there, he's actually going to get back there quicker and he's going to play the ball better. Then what we're going to do is the last thing we're going to do out of this play, guys, is we're going to be throwing the blitzing corner on that left side. We're going to put him in a vert hook zone, which is going to be double tapping Y, pressing LB, and flicking the left stick down. And just make sure as well, guys, that you are blitzing your user, which is going to be A and down the right stick. So basically here on this play, this is basically just like what the cover 2 looked like in the beginning of the play. Only difference is that now instead of soft squat zones, there are cloud flat zones on the field. And now instead of there's nothing in the middle, there was nothing in the deep middle. Now we do have a linebacker dropping back there. So this is a very simple cover 2 defense. And what you're going to really need to watch out of this defense is going to be this area in the middle, as well as the sideline, like right between the strong safety and the cloud flat, and then the free safety in this cloud flat. The reason why is because we only have our zone drops, we have them so low at about 5 yards for these cloud flats that are not really going to be playing any routes good in terms of like any deep routes like corner routes. So you're just going to kind of want to watch that. But basically what we're going to do, guys, you just want to start low with your user. So we're going to start here by covering, if the running back goes on the right, we're going to cover him, and we're also going to cover any drags and slants. Then we're going to move up and we're going to cover any like corner routes or anything like that, basically trying to play it as best we can. And this is a very simple cover 2 defense, but it is also very effective. So let's just run this play on offense. First of all, running back we're going to cover. Then we're just going to try to get over to that corner route. You see that we weren't able to cover it, but we were eventually able to get through. I'm just going to throw the ball right there, and we end up getting the swat. But basically, you saw that corner route was open, so you just have to kind of keep that in mind. That deep routes to the sideline are going to be basically the main kryptonite against the cover 2 defense with low zone drops. So just keep that in mind. I mean, you could put your cloud flats to 10 yards, but then again, you're sort of giving up the flats, so you just kind of have to keep in mind that your zone drops, there's going to be caveats to each. But now, guys, let's move on here to the second setup. Okay, guys, so here we go. This is going to be the second setup out of this defense. What we're going to do, we're just going to run the same play again on offense. Now on defense, we're going to start it off the same. We're going to pinch our defense, shade over the top, and we're going to throw this linebacker right here, this X linebacker, into a middle third zone. Remember also to blitz your user. But now what we're going to do is we're going to throw the blitzing corner on the left and the vert hook corner on the right, and we're going to throw them in the curl flat zones. Now, in my opinion, this is the most effective setup because you're able to basically, you don't really have to worry about the sidelines too much. Really, you have to cover the middle. So what we're going to do here, this blitzing corner, we're going to throw him into a curl flat zone. So just double tap Y for individual defensive back adjustments, press LB and flick the left stick to the right, and then we're going to do the same process again, but this time we're going to press A and flick the left stick to the right. So you're going to see now that we have 2 curl flats on the field. We're basically double mabling on both sides, which is where you have a curl and cloud flat on both sides, and it does really well against covering most routes in the game that go towards the sideline. Now really the big thing you're going to have to cover is going to be in the middle. Those are going to be your big things, so just kind of cover in the middle right here, but you should be good. Now we're just going to run this play. And first of all, we're going to cover whichever if the running back goes on the route, we're going to cover him first. Then we're going to move up and kind of cover everything else. So we're just going to run this play, cover the running back first. Now we're going to drop back. You're going to see that the middle third actually does a pretty decent job at playing that little hitch by the running back because he's still dropping back in that middle third zone. So that actually is one of the advantages of pinching your defense in this situation. And that's going to be the second setup, guys. Now, I kind of lied. We're actually going to move into a secret third setup, which is going to be right now. All right, guys, so here we go. This is going to be the third setup out of this defense. What we're going to do is we're first going to, again, pinch our defense. Then we're going to shade over the top. Then what we're going to do, just make sure you blitz your user. Then we're going to throw the linebacker here in the vert hook. We're going to throw him in the middle third zone. Then we're going to be manning up the 2 cornerbacks, one that's on the blitzing assignment, the other that's on the vert hook assignment. So what we're going to do here, really you just have to judge, like, oh, what is my opponent really using more? If he's using, like, Davante Adams, for example, on the Packers, if he's going to try to go to him, we're going to man him up. So we're just going to double tap Y, press LB, flick the right stick up, and press the X button. So now he's man up on Davante Adams. Now we don't have to worry about him. And then on this right side here, we're going to really judge. Like, you could either go and you could throw him in, like, a curl flat zone like this, or you can man him up on somebody. It's really all your choice. We're going to man him up on somebody just for the sake of this, though. We're going to man him up. We're going to man him up on the RB receiver because I have a feeling that he go on like a corner or post route, and plus I'd be able to cover the tight end better. But basically right here, this is going to be the setup. You're running a double man coverage setup. Now, obviously out of this defense, sidelines are going to be open because you're playing those low zone drops. So just sort of keep that in mind. But we're going to run this play now. Really, all we have to worry about is going to be the tight end, the B and Y receivers. So we're just going to cover the running back first, and then we're just going to come back over. We're going to cover these guys, and you see that we end up actually getting pressure. And can we get a user? We cannot get a user. We're just going to go to Aaron Jones. You see that we would have been able to get a sack, but for some reason in practice mode, quarterbacks always break sacks. I don't know what's going on with that, but guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like. Let's try to smash 5 likes in the video. Guys, thank you for your support. It's honestly amazing. But guys, take care. Most importantly, stay classy.